Hello and welcome. I'm Hayden Kephart, and I am a journalist. Thank you for tuning into my podcast. So I did research on tobacco use and how it can cause cancer. What is cancer? Cancer refers to diseases in which abnormal cells divide out of control and are able to invade other tissues. Cancer cells can spread to other parts of the body through the blood and lymph systems, which help the body get rid of toxins. Symptoms can include a thickening or lump in any part of the body, weight loss or gain with no known reason, a sore that does not heal, hoarseness or a cough that does not go away, a hard time swallowing, discomfort after eating, changes in bowel or bladder habits, unusual bleeding or discharge, and feeling weak or very tired. So how is smoking and tobacco related to cancer? Smoking can cause cancer and then block your body from fighting it. Poisons in cigarette smoke can weaken the body's immune system, making it harder to kill cancer cells. When this happens, cancer cells keep growing without being stopped. Poisons in tobacco smoke can damage or change a cell's DNA. DNA is the cell's intrusion manual. This controls a cell's normal growth and function. When the DNA is damaged, a cell can begin growing out of control and create a cancer tumor. People can also have an addiction to smokeless tobacco. Smokeless tobacco contains nicotine, which is highly addictive. Many smokeless tobacco products contain cancer-causing chemicals. The most harmful chemicals are tobacco-specific nitrosamines, which form during the growing, curing, fermenting, and aging of tobacco. The amount of these chemicals varies by product. The higher levels of these chemicals, the greater the risk of cancer. Other chemicals found in tobacco can also cause cancer. These include a radioactive element found in tobacco fertilizer called polonium-210. Harmful metals also found in tobacco include arsenic, beryllium, cadmium, chromium, cobalt, lead, nickel, and mercury. Smokeless tobacco causes cancer of the mouth, esophagus, and pancreas. Cigarettes and cigars are made from dried tobacco leaves, but other substances added for flavor are very dangerous chemicals. There are close to 7,000 chemicals found in cigarettes. The most common chemical is nicotine. Ashley Schleeg, a community manager at the American Cancer Society in York, PA, helps raise funds for people with cancer to pay medical bills and help brighten their day.
Across the area, everyone's heard tobacco use and cancer have correlation together. In 1982, the United States Surgeon General reports say that cigarette smoking is the major single cause of cancer mortality in the United States, and that statement is still as true today as it was back then. Tobacco use is responsible for nearly 1 in 5 deaths each year in the United States.
Whoa, hold it for a second. 1 in 5 deaths? That's a lot of death when you really think about it. It's amazing that people still put this stuff inside their bodies and expect to live over the age of 50.
And not only does tobacco use affect its users, but it also affects the non-smokers around them. So each year, secondhand smoke causes about 7,333 lung cancer deaths in a non-smoking adult. So that's huge for those who don't even smoke. And because cigarette smoking and tobacco use are acquired behaviors, we consider smoking as the most preventable cause of death in our society.
Most tobacco users will usually start around when they are teens. Most users will have friends or family that smokes, making them more likely to pick up a cigarette or at least try it. Most teens have slated that they just wanted to try it or they thought it was cool to smoke. According to the 2012 Surgeon General's report, of every 3 young smokers, only 1 will quit, and 1 of those remaining smokers will die from tobacco-related causes. Lung cancer is the most common type of cancer with tobacco users, but there are also others.
You hear a lot about lung cancer being connected to tobacco use, but there are so many different cancers that are connected between the two. And different with each forms of tobacco, whether it's cigarettes, cigars, or chew tobacco. Each has its own kind of section of cancers, but some big ones are oral cancer. Lung cancer is huge that you hear about, esophagus, the pancreas, uterine and cervix cancer, kidney cancer, bladder cancer, colon, liver, and there's even some possible connections between breast cancer in addition to so many others.
Quitting tobacco is not easy, but it can be done. Within minutes of smoking your last cigarettes, your body begins to recover in different ways. 20 minutes after quitting, blood pressure and heart rate drop. In about a month after quitting, circulation improves and lung function increases. Within 5 months, coughing and shortness of breath will decrease. After years of quitting, risk of coronary heart disease, lung cancer, and chance of stroke become close to that of a non-smoker.
Cigarettes is probably the most common form, although the use has declined dramatically over the past 50 years. Still more than 42 million Americans smoke, adults smoke, which probably makes it the most popular. So we still like to see that big decline. And a lot of companies are doing big pushes for not using cigarettes, especially in the younger generation.
With taxes going up, the state of Pennsylvania hopes that the amount of tobacco use among the residents will decrease over the next few years.
The American Cancer Society does a lot with tobacco prevention. The American Cancer Society actually has an advocacy organization, ACS CAN, or the Cancer Action Network, that works to make cancer issues a national priority. And with that, tobacco use is a huge topic. Just recently in PA, ACS CAN has been advocating for a cigarette tax increase, which we're proud to say successfully passed in July. So there is now a dollar tax increase on cigarette tax, and this just dollar tax increase will prevent about 48,000 kids from beginning smoking. It will save around $2.19 billion in healthcare costs and even save around 32,000 lives. So that's incredible. And that's just with this one push with the American Cancer Society. And there are so many others. Great American Smoke Out happens in November that brings awareness to smoking, especially during Lung Cancer Awareness Month in November, in addition to so many other initiatives.
There is also a club on campus if you're trying to get involved to help people fight cancer. This club is Colleges Against Cancer. I caught up with Jason Greenspan, the vice president of Colleges Against Cancer, and he gave me his thoughts.
Colleges Against Cancer is a club on campus. We raise money for the American Cancer Society through many different fundraisers throughout the year. The main event is the Relay for Life, which we have in April every year. And we try and raise about $50,000 every year for the American Cancer Society.
Colleges Against Cancer has many events each year to help raise awareness for this terrible disease.
So the Colleges Against Cancer Club, we have many events throughout the year. We have different 5Ks, obviously the Relay for Life, and as well as our Great American Smoke Out, which is in November. The Great American Smoke Out is for lung cancer awareness. So we'll usually have a table in front of the library. Sometimes we'll sell little candy cigarettes, and that's for lung cancer.
So one of the main questions I had for Jason was, why does he relay? I was surprised by the results, and it was interesting to hear his story.
I relay both for myself and my grandmother. I'm a testicular cancer survivor, and my grandmother passed away from breast cancer, so I relay for both of us. Relay's made a tremendous impact on my life. I've been involved with it for about 4 years now, just about since I was diagnosed. And I've met so many people through it and been able to raise so much money. And yeah, it's been a great experience.
Colleges Against Cancer meets every Monday night at 9:30. Jason joined the club as soon as he started schooling at Shippensburg University. He quotes the club as an inspiration for himself.
I actually emailed the president of the club at the time before I even came to SHIP because I was a cancer survivor, and I found out that she was also a cancer survivor, so that was like the connection. And I joined the first day I got here and worked my way up to exec, and now I'm vice president, and next semester I should be president. So
I hope the information I have given everyone makes people more aware of the many dangers of tobacco use. I hope you have enjoyed my podcast, and thanks for listening. Hope you have a great day.